What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sydney Jean-Charles Road to the Show on MLB The Show 23. This year, Sydney has been the best player in the major leagues, and we're in first place right now in the NL Central, but the Brewers are red hot, winning 10 straight. They are right behind us in the standings, despite us playing some really good baseball lately, and Sydney just continues to close in on some big-time records. The home run record could go down, maybe the RBI record. We'll see what he's capable of doing the rest of the way. I did see some feedback on the last episode to maybe try Legend difficulty. I have no idea how much harder Legend is than Hall of Fame. I've never played on it. I really like Hall of Fame difficulty, but obviously we have had a lot of success this year, and at times, yes, it has felt fairly easy. So, one thing I want to do today, just to see if it balances things out a little bit, is I want to take off one of the perks here and just stick to a build that is only ratings based. So I'm going to take off this clear for takeoff. I feel like I probably don't need the help from that one, and we'll instead replace that with something else to upgrade either speed or something else. So let's put on this extra speed perk then. That will help out the speed and stealing. It was the only one I could afford here. I might change it at some point to something else that helps with bunting, but I already have speed 4 and speed 2 on. So a lot of speed perks here, the one contact perk. Today we continue the Braves series and then return home, taking on the Pirates, and the Marlins will follow. It's always weird against the Pirates, man. I'm not looking forward to that series the way you might think. No Arenado in this game as we get back to the action. 417 at-bats this year, 54 homers, 122 RBIs. Where does Sid go from here? We're on the road to 60 homers. Chris Bassett is the first pitcher we face today. And trying to get us to chase the changeup. Not going to work here. It is a 2-0 count. Sydney hitting .379. The average came down a little bit last episode. Now a high fly to center, but underneath it. And there were a few of those kind of frustrating fly balls last episode. Like, you take hundreds of swings and everything, and you start to develop kind of an expectation for what's going to happen, especially when you're playing with the PCI and your results are a little more consistent. But definitely getting under the baseball right now, as Acuna keeps the difficulty on this one minimal. Could have made that catch AFK. Yeah, I never really intended for, Sydney to turn into the best player in baseball within just a couple of major league seasons, but it seems like Road to the Show has obviously changed a lot, and it's kind of meant for you to become this overpowered player as Sydney's going to the gap. Squared that one up nicely, and he'll double easily here in the fourth. So, I think that Road to the Show used to be a bit more sim. Good try. That was a pretty fast dive back, though. I like that. I think that they've just wanted to take Road to the Show in a different direction, and obviously with, the equipment and stuff, that's going to be a point of emphasis for them. But it's not really the same progression system Road to the Show used to have. You're kind of meant to hit your peak earlier and have a pretty high peak at the same time. You kind of have to go out of your way to up the difficulty. Or just play on a harder difficulty, but I have no idea how I'd fare on Legend. I mean, I don't think I'm great at the game or anything, but we're destroying Hall of Fame here with Sydney. And Tyler O'Neill destroys this baseball, and that's a 3-run homer? We have 1 or 2 on. I think that was just 1. And we are on the board. Love to see it. 4-0 Cardinals. It's such a breath of fresh air with the full base running on. Getting, it seems, more chances to be driven in and more chances to see the teammates actually have success, as we have enough room to put this away. In the 6th. Ooh, chasing that changeup low, getting a little over aggressive. And that's on the ground and will find its way through. Put it in the right spot. A 2-hit day. We got him in their bullpen now. They bring in the lefty to face O'Neill. On the ground, nice play at third. Got Sidney at second. Can't get O'Neill. 8th inning, bases empty. And now Sidney as a righty facing Kyle Muller. Ooh, you like that sound? Base hit center field. A 3-hit day for Sidney. All the hits have been hit pretty low to the ground here. No home runs or deep drives, but solid contact as always. And O'Neill waves at it, and Muller has come in to limit any further damage. We only scored in 1 inning. Cardinals take this game 4-1, a rather smooth victory for us to start the day, evening this series with Atlanta. And now facing the tough lefty Max Fried in this 3rd game of the series. And the bases are empty to get this underway for Sid. 2 down. And there's a fastball at the knees. Throws a 12-6 slider. A lot of variety here in his arsenal. 0-1. And patience now, getting Sidney ahead in the count. All fastballs. Imagine that changes here, 3-1. And it doesn't. Arenado back in the lineup today. And it's a 1-0 count and a drive to right center. Come on. With 2 down, this ball is off the wall. And Sidney will head home, and we do get the 2-out rally. Well, at least a 2-out run anyway. A walk and a double, we'll take it. That's the kind of thing I think that's putting us over the edge. We weren't getting those hits much last year, or really before I had the full watched at-bats there when we're on base. St. Louis up 3-0. Just a piece of that one there off the end of the bat. And now falling behind 1-2. Ooh, that was tough. Really good slider. You're just kind of hoping to foul that one off in most cases. But now we have 2 on and 1 down, trying to add on to a 4-0 lead. And there's a good strike from Fried. 4:07 with runners in scoring position. Almost swung at that. He's really trying to hit his spots here low. I've tried to be a lot more patient early in the count when they do attack low. Oh, I let that one go, though. Was just kind of fixated on him throwing low in the zone, and he gets a nice strike. But we're not chasing that up there. 3-2. You don't want to load the bases. You don't want to throw a strike. But they'll walk him. And that's going to be it for Max Fried as we try to really put the finishing touches on this game early if possible. Arenado with 1 down. Hoping he doesn't put this on the ground, and that's exactly what happens. But the pitcher will only have 1 play as we extend the lead. That's going to be a tough play. Sidney long run at the fence. He crashes into it, but makes the play. And that's about how far they have to hit it in order to actually try and get the extra base there, or the tag up. Well, here's a chance to maybe get back in the game. 2 on. Ronald Acuna Jr. facing Emilio Pagan, and this is sent to the gap. Sidney running after it, and he's got plenty of time to spare. Could be our final at-bat here in Atlanta, facing Jacob Webb. I like that one. Sent to opposite field with carry, and it's off the wall. Staying in the yard, Sidney will settle for an extra base hit. I'm feeling really confident that they'll bring Sidney home for run number 6. To right field, hit well. This is off the wall, isn't it? Ooh, did I leave early? I don't know. I kind of thought it was going to hit off the wall, and if I timed that up, it was perfect on accident, but I wasn't sure. That he hit the cutoff, man, makes me think that I actually could have gone to third base right there. That's a base running error. I've made a few of those in this series. We're not making this last inning easy, though. After a walk to Dickerson, we have Goldschmidt. That sounds good. Deep left, and Goldschmidt with the finishing touches into the second deck. And the Cardinals will leave Atlanta with a big series win. Nice finish to the game, an 8-0 victory. Very good job by the offense, but also the pitching has definitely turned things around from the last handful of series. So just a one-hit day here for Sidney, but he did reach base 3 times. And the Brewers have won 12 games in a row, so our efforts there don't increase our lead. Man, the Brewers are making this tough. As good as we're playing, we're that close to not being in first place. And now we're going to take on a team that I don't get confident about playing, you know. This to me isn't an automatic series win or a sweep. Like, Pittsburgh plays us tough every time. And we'll take on Quinn Priester today, and here are the career numbers against the Pirates. Just 248 for Sid. Over 100 at-bats, only 25 hits, 8 home runs. And against Quinn Priester in particular, he does have 4 hits and 10 at-bats along with 6 walks. So, pretty successful against him. 2 down here in the first. Ooh, what was that? The changeup's coming in real slow there. Ooh, that was so close. But again, just missed it. And the catcher takes care of it. Scoreless game into the 4th. And again, trying to get Sidney to chase low. Still most confident in that changeup here. 2-0. And that's going to get backhanded, and a nice throw on to first. Thought that was going to sneak through. There have been 3 combined hits in this game, and we're in the 6th inning. A pitcher's duel in St. Louis. And one that'll force Sidney into the gap, going back a ways, and he will take care of it. Somebody's got to break this scoreless tie. Why not Sidney here with 2 down? There we go. Laying off that inside breaking ball isn't always easy for me. We're getting some favorable counts. And that one is off the mound and hit better than the first try. That's into center field. Maybe now we look to try and get into scoring position for Arenado. Runs are hard to come by today. He lets the first one go. Sidney in there safely. I thought they might have gotten him there, but I think the extra speed made the difference on this one. I wish they'd time your jump there and kind of grade you, because I don't think I'm great at getting the jump, but it would be nice to know if, like, I could have done way better or what my timing was on that. I thought there was a game that tracked that, but maybe I'm misremembering. So a base hit scores Sid. We can hit the home runs. We can do the small ball thing too. Let's get Sidney home, Nolan. Wow, top of the zone. I know I'm over here on second base, but that to me looked high. Quinn Priester's fired up though. I think with these filters, I've gotten it to the point where that strikeout there, it was a little bit high. Umpire gave him a little leeway on that one. But it's 1-0 now in favor of the Pirates. I tell you, they always play us tough. And now they're trying to get their second run. Here comes the rocket arm to the plate. And Sidney's got him by a mile. What a throw. Do not run on Sidney. Does he have enough of those to potentially contend for a Gold Glove in center this year? I don't think he has too many errors. Hey, we lead now, by the way. I don't know what happened. And then it's tied up by Ian Happ. And we're apparently not done here. Michael Chavis now with a chance to break the tie. Into center, and this is up in the air. And Sidney puts it away. Tied late in the 8th inning. We have a runner on first. Sidney back as a righty. And they always want you to chase that changeup. High in the air, blasted to center. Back at the track, and Sidney gives the Cardinals an 8th inning lead. I saw that he wasn't confident in any of his pitches. And I knew this might be the at-bat. The first homer of the episode, and Sidney sends one out to center. Cardinals go up 2, and again, we're getting those timely hits late in the game. Cardinals win 4-2. Nice start to the series. And another big hit for Sidney Jean-Charles. And how about the location of this pitch? I mean, he couldn't have made that one any better for us. We are 32 games above 500 right now, but not that far ahead of the second place Brewers. A runner at third here, and Zach Thompson trying to keep us off the scoreboard. Prime RBI chance for Sidney. Ooh, the Milestone watch. 97 career home runs. Little stuff like that. A big part of why I really do enjoy playing the show. So many little things. Ooh, not taking the cheese there, and that's going to make it a 3-0 count, and I'm not sure we're getting that RBI. As much as I'd love to. 3-0. And we'll take the 4-pitch walk. But walking Sidney to get to Arenado has not really been all that favorable recently. That's on the ground and foul. You know Nolan doesn't have his at-bat end until he's fouled off at least 3 or 4. Yep, there's 2. Can I get one down the right field line, but foul now? Nope, strike 3. Maybe they will get out of this inning. Tyler O'Neill, he's hitting .248. And now O'Neill walks. Trouble for Zach Thompson. A lot of speed on the base paths right now. And that one is lined to third base, and the play is made. That's one way to get out of the jam. Now as we move to the second inning, it's the same situation. Both Sidney at the plate. This is the spot where you have to consider the intentional walk, but they aren't going to do that. I'm not sure there's anything that'll get the CPU to do that in this game. It's a rare situation. Wow, the curveball was right there. We're 0-2 here. Thompson, is he going to get away with it again? Ooh, that one almost got me. Tried again with the curveball, missing inside. And now missing off the plate, it's a 3-2 count. Runners will leave early. Where do you throw it here? Where do you try to hit? In the air, and hit to center, but not deep enough. I'm not sure he could have thrown a better pitch there. Curveball just under the zone. That was a risky pitch. If you miss, it could be 4-0. But we're back in the 4th inning. Zach Thompson has to eventually allow a run, right? We need like the law of averages to kick in. He's already gotten out of a couple jams. And now with a runner at second, Sidney tries to tie this game. He loves that curveball right now, and you can't blame him after getting the big pop-out or fly-out of Sidney. I'm waiting for that curveball here. 2-0 though, no chance. This is going to be a fastball down and in. Or cutter over the plate. See, I'm not that good at predicting, and I don't know pitch sequencing and all that kind of stuff very well, so if I start believing my own predictions, we're going to be in trouble, as we definitely got caught chasing one there. Man, I want to get some runs off this guy. He can't keep getting away with this. We're here in the 5th. Oh, it's 5-0. He is out of the game. I kind of wanted to hit Thompson here, but you know what? The Pirates bullpen works just as well. No. Were we just late on that? Into the gap and flied out. You know, small sample size here, but just taking off that perk seems to have brought in a bit more balance and requires maybe a bit more precision on my end to really get the best contact. Ultimately, I just wanted to see the games become a little more balanced, less predictable, and I feel like so far today we're kind of achieving that. Even when he's gotten hits, though, the exit velo hasn't been anything spectacular. Will they try to score? A crow hop, one hopper to the catcher, got him again! Get out of here! Sidney Jean-Charles saving a run. As the Pirates tried to rally, Sidney Jean-Charles puts an end to it. And it's 7-4 in the 7th inning. Into center field and right at the center fielder who came in just a few steps. What's going on, Brian? And we win the game. Cardinals take the first 2 here from the Pirates. We have ourselves a nice winning streak going. 7 runs on the board after 2 bases loaded opportunities that went to waste, and then Sidney having no hits. I'm believing in this team. I'm buying in. I'm ready for them to let me down again, if that's what it comes down to. My confidence is in this team right now. Mike Moustakas, lefty-lefty against Andrew Heaney in the first. Take a deep breath and just throw a good pitch. 26th of the inning. Oh, that is not what we wanted, but we'll take a line out. Hey, they got a line out to get out of the bases loaded jam. It's just our turn. Ryan Jensen, center for the Buccaneers on the mound. I've already made a Ryan Jensen Buccaneers joke with him, but, can't help myself. Runner at first. Ooh, I knew that was too good to be true. Changeups are really, they just lie to you. How can a pitch that's just a little bit slower be such an issue? It's just mind-boggling that as many reps as I've gotten playing the show over the years, I don't know that I'm getting better against the change. Oh boy, humbling strikeout there. Ultimately, though, when the game is more challenging like this, and it's felt more challenging today, that's when I really have fun. Like, some games I play, like non-sports games, and I feel like I don't want as much of a challenge, or I want to not be challenged as much, but when it comes to the sports games here, as long as you're not like, all Madden, CPU cheese all the time. I know I play on all Madden for a lot of things on there, but try to balance it out with sliders. But as long as I'm being challenged, that's the ultimate goal. That's what gets me coming back day after day, is the challenge. If I'm not challenged, I'm not really having a good time here. Like, people talk on other games like, I don't want to sweat, I just want to relax. And I get that. And sometimes it's what I'm looking for with different games. But on Madden, full sweat mode. MLB, full sweat mode. I'm not here to relax. I'm already sitting down. That's enough relaxation for me. 2 on, 1 down. Ryan Jensen with a shutout for the time being. Yeah, it's felt like, too, when I'm going to opposite field, it's not as forgiving. Pulled to right field, and that's down for extra bases. They get it in quickly, running home with it, and in time to get him. Sidney does make his way to third after tying the game on a double. You know, I think there you just live with the results, play aggressive when you have speed on the base paths. I know the game of baseball has changed a bit, or maybe it's just Twins baseball has changed, but I have a lot of respect for the teams that still put an emphasis on getting the extra base, being aggressive on the base paths, and having speed. I know a lot of the game now is just predicated on power. No one wants to hit and run. A lot of teams don't steal. But man, I guess I can't let go of what I grew up watching. I still love trying to be a speed team at the end of the day. And that's part of what's frustrating about the current Minnesota Twins. Is, you know, they're not a team that is all that fast. They're not a team that is super aggressive running the bases. But they try to be this power-hitting team, and they don't have, like, exceptional power. It just feels like too many things have to go right for the Twins to be successful. You got to stack hit on walk, and it's just, you don't have the speed to get the extra bases, to steal a whole lot. It's been tough here as a Twins fan ever since May. You know, when the season started out, they won some games. You know, they had like the weird walk-off against the Tigers where catcher threw it into left field. There was the Miguel Sano walk-off. They had some wins like that. And in the beginning of the year, I'm like, all right, the Twins are getting lucky here. I feel like this is going to come down to earth a little bit. And it came down all right. And injuries added up. And it's just been a rough season watching the wheels fall off. And I could kind of feel this descent into third place coming. So I'm looking forward to MLB playoffs at this point. My head's already there. Really want to see, you know, the Mets. They haven't been a playoff team all that often, so I want to see Edwin Diaz come out in some big spots in the playoffs. I want to see Aaron Judge in the Yankees if Judge's success carries over. In the air to center. And the Braves have been red hot. I mean, that's a team I just kind of look at as a team doing it the right way right now in terms of developing their homegrown talent, getting them on big deals early. It seems they just have so much going for them. I'm just really impressed with what they have as a core, and they should be very good for a long time here in the 2020s. Oh, we lost the game there. 2-1. That one didn't go our way, but we can't win them all. We're not the Milwaukee Brewers. 1-for-4 day there for Sidney. And the standings just get tighter. How often do you go 8-2 in your last 10 and you lose ground? The Brewers even lost a game in there, but apparently have still made this a 1.5 game lead. Putting so much pressure on us. And now we got a series against the Marlins getting underway. Might go back to that drag bunt one of these days. Ooh, what do we have here? A postseason push soon. Recommit to sound fundamentals. 55 homers and 125 RBIs for Sid. Jesus Luzardo starts us off, and I'm really enjoying the right-handed at-bats lately. Righty versus lefty here, I have a lot of confidence right now. Especially 2-0. Even more 3-0. Don't walk me. 3-0. Oh, I got jammed. 96 coming in hot there inside. I wasn't ready for that one. But when am I ever ready for the inside fastball? I'm curious what y'all think about the rule changes coming to baseball. And I think, you know, we've already seen a lot of change. And I think unless The metrics look up as far as the game gaining viewership. I'm only expecting more and more changes. I think the change I've enjoyed the most, but is also the weirdest thing, are like the in-game interviews. Because, first of all, it's weird to interview an athlete who is performing, you know, playing the game. But every time they interview, it's like, oh, that was a lot of fun to listen to. Like, I've listened to the Joey Votto ones, and they did it at the All-Star game. It is cool to get that perspective. I think there is a lot of personality to these players that we don't see. But as far as, like, true rule changes, the shift is one, I understand it from a watchability entertainment standpoint, but I can't help but feel it's kind of an amateur solution. You know, it kind of feels like the sort of thing that would happen in your local city fall league baseball or at the college level. Eliminate the shift. But they're doing it in the majors. I think it's weird, but I think it will ultimately, you know, lead to more entertaining moments. It's not fun to watch guys hit into the shift, but I just kind of wanted to see the game adapt around it and not just adjust the rules so hitters can do what they've been doing. So it's kind of whatever. Pitch clock. I have no idea how that's worked with the minor leagues, but I know that's a thing. But what I'm curious about is, like, how are they really going to be consistent about infractions and, like, penalizing teams using up the clock? Will it be treated, you know, like delay of game in football? Will there be some leeway? You know, next year a bunch of managers are going to get tossed because of things to do with the pitch clock. And they're going to want that extra ball or something. Base hit center field, and Sidney dashes to third as we extend the lead. Ooh. Where was the ball? I saw him take off to second. I'm like, Nolan, you are overestimating your speed. But they must have thrown something offline. Let's see what happened here. They threw it into third. Okay, I thought they'd hit the cutoff here. But they wanted to get Sidney. So heads up, base running there by Arenado. On the ground. Ooh, an error at second base, or behind second base, and Sidney scores. Bases loaded, 3-2 ball game. Sidney has had some chances today. Maybe doesn't have that signature moment, though. Into center. This ball's down in front of the center fielder. Two will score. Sidney into second. It's a 2-run double, extending the Cardinals' lead. Nice line drive swing. That's a tough play there for the center fielder, just to keep it in front of you. And to decide there in the moment, do you lay out, do you try to block it? And blocking it isn't easy on those line drives. You know, I'd love to see baseball grow in popularity and, you know, continue to be successful and everything, but I'm just not so sure that all the efforts is working. Ooh, left center hit a ton. Arenado's turn. 3-run shot to the bullpen. I'm just not sure, as entertainment has become more, you know, accessible in short bursts and just attention spans have changed. Like, is baseball the perfect fit for the younger generation? I don't know what you do about that. I'm not sure there's a whole lot more you can do than, like, proper marketing of the big stars and trying to have a league that has good parody and drama, that kind of thing. I don't know what the answer is. I just don't know that, like, pace of play is going to be the difference maker. I wonder, and this would be, like, almost impossible to have agreed upon, but I wonder if a salary structure change with a cap or a floor, maybe making certain teams be more aggressive and maybe more markets become watchable. Maybe that's something that could help. Like, unless you force the Pirates to spend money, they aren't going to spend money. I hope they can figure out something, because I love the game of baseball. I want others to love it as well, but I understand people who don't like it at the same time. 11 runs on the board here for the Cardinals. A very busy day for the offense in those middle innings. And now Jordan Holloway is on the mound. And 2-0. I know what we can do here. That's going to center field. That was a power swing. I was hoping to put more air under it, though. Oh, my. Sidney couldn't send it out, but Arenado sure did. A moonshot to the batter's eye, and Nolan Arenado puts the finishing touches on this win. Well, not yet, I guess. We have one more fielding sequence. I like this team a lot this year. I thought we might need more, but maybe we have just enough. That's hit to the outfield. Sidney retreating. How's it going, everybody? Big win for the Cardinals in this game, and let's get on to... How many more do we have against the Marlins? I already forget. I've been talking so much. Still 2 games to go in this series, so trying to clinch another series win. We haven't dropped too many series lately. Can't wait for the next time we take on Milwaukee. Top of the first, Steven Matz on the mound. And that one is a lazy fly ball from Anderson. Ooh, that one felt like it was coming in a bit faster than most pitches we've seen today, and I think that's because it is. 98. Ooh. Oh, come on. That's a pretty nasty pitch. 1-2. No! I did not want to swing at that. Hey, if we're going to swing wildly on one, though, I'm glad it's someone like Sandy. He's got really good stuff. Ooh, but I think he missed that one. Deep to right center. This ball is gone. And Sidney Jean-Charles wins this battle. He missed right over the plate. Not getting away with that one. And that's one thing I don't think they've done as much in this episode. Ooh, we score 4 more runs before Sidney comes to the plate again. The fireworks are non-stop. A new pitcher in the game. I love it. Wait, 97 career home runs. Is that what we're at now? Or are we at 98? Either way, we're closing in on 100 career homers for Sidney. Ah, chased one again. The low pitch is always tough for me to pick up. Kind of low inside. I feel like I don't swing too much on pitches outside like that. But 3-2. Oh, no. Top shelf. Yep. I never count on that. Especially when I see that pitch, and to me, it's like it's starting above the zone. Just don't, just not getting better at seeing that one. Ooh, and now we got the sidearm delivery here. They should warn you. This pitcher throws sidearm. Focus up.
Nope, at the ball.
High in the air and hammered to right. A multi-home run game for Sidney Jean-Charles. What a swing. I wasn't even all that confident in that one. 57 on the season. We got a cutter, though, and just couldn't have timed it up a whole lot better. 9-3. Cardinals win. They clinch this series as well. And the wins keep adding up. That right there is modern-day baseball. 2 homers, 2 strikeouts. He's your player of the game.
He's continuing to knock the ball out of the park at an astonishing rate. 57 home runs on the season. That puts him past the likes of Hack Wilson, Mickey Mantle, and even our next guest, Ken Griffey Jr. Ken, 57 home runs on the season. What does that tell you about the type of year he's been having?
He's having a tremendous season from start to finish. I mean, you can't take away the numbers. I mean, that's the thing is 57 home runs, and we still got some time to go. So, he's going to finish up strong. Hopefully he finishes up strong and see where it ends.
So the power caught up there late in the episode, but overall, it did feel like a more balanced episode, at least for me. I think the average stayed about the same. We had some multi-hit games. We had a couple where I struggled a little bit, but it felt fun. So that is going to do it for this episode. Let's just check on the standings here. And we are 2 games up right now on Milwaukee. We've already clinched this series against Miami, so we'll wrap that up. And then we get 4 more against them coming up soon. And we're approaching big series against the Brewers. We have 7 games remaining against them. But that will end this episode, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought down below in the comment section. Please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again with more Sydney soon. Have a great day.